It's another beautiful day in the city of Abuja, Nigeria's capital. The weather is beautiful, the atmosphere is friendly, and I am looking forward to having a beautiful day. And of course, the weekend is upon us. Welcome. This is Good Morning Abuja, reaching you from NTA Channel 5 Abuja. My name is Nneka Igwe. Well, I hope you had a fantastic week. But if not to worry, the weekend is here and it's the perfect opportunity to go get that well-deserved rest. Welcome again. All right, as usual on the show, we will entertain you, we will inform you, we will educate you. But at this time, we'll bring in Coach Lanre Olushola for our motivational segment for the morning.
What is most important, pursuit, presence, or purpose in every relationship? Honestly, all three are important, whether it's the pursuit, whether it's your presence, or whether it's the purpose. But I'll take the first one, the most critical one. Every relationship has a purpose. And for any relationship to work, you must be present. And for any relationship to be meaningful, you must pursue the purpose. Oh, yes. And you must commit yourself to being present all the time. So there is no relationship that works without, intentionality. It's impossible for us to walk through life. So the purpose of relationship is support. Nobody can succeed on their own. Every breakthrough, every transformation has a fingerprint. And that fingerprint is the fingerprint of relationships.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach Lanre. Up next is our exercise corner. We'll be doing something for the cardio exercise. There you have it, a cardio workout to make you have a healthy heart. Well, up next is something I always enjoy doing every morning on the show, and that is bringing you the quotes of the day. The difference between you gaining clarity to move ahead and make the next fantastic decision might just be you bumping into the right quotes. Take a look at the quotes on Marble. There you have them, quotes to make us think straight and have a very productive day ahead. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, there's a whole lot more to unfold. Stay with us.
Eyes for Allah, Allah, Ba is the beginning of Bismillah. Ta is for taqwa, bewaring of Allah, and Tha is for thawab, a reward. Ja is for Jannah, the garden of
Assalamu
paradise. Ha
alaikum
is
wa
for Hajj,
rahmatullahi
the
ta'ala wa
blessed
barakatuh.
pilgrimage.
Welcome
Kha
to
is
your
for
weekly guide,
Khatam,
Light
the
of
seal
Islam.
of the
I am
prophethood given
Aisha
to the
Ahmed.
Prophet.
As Muslims, we know
Muhammad
that in
is
Islam,
to
time
live
is
in
a
them,
very
living
good
in
and
them, you do what
important
is right,
commodity
and
that
you
we
earn
have.
Allah's. That
Believe
is
in
for
the angels of
Deen,
God as one of the
Al-Islam,
6 articles of
religion with
faith.
Allah
Islam
Very
has been made
important
in
time
when
form
began.
rows,
you're
and
getting
how
That
the
is
started
for
rows
with
are
the
that.
made is
You'll
such
need
that
your
remembering
the
computer
Imam
out
stands in
Allah
for you
front,
to sit down
and
and
then
continue
right
with your
behind him.
lesson.
Assalamu alaikum. This
is
is
for
Light of
faith,
Islam.
a world
Keep watching
unseen, and
Light
that
of
we
Islam, NTA
know is
channel. Bye bye.
none. That is for zakah, to cure our greed, when we give our money to those in need.
All right, welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. Well, you know that at the center of every of life's venture, be it business or relationship, is the ability to communicate effectively. So my next task on this show today is to have a discussion with my guest who will take us through on the topic developing effective communication and presentation skills for life and business. Let's welcome my guest. She's a lawyer, a life coach, and a certified communications expert. Barrister Mebaka Yanabo. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Welcome.
Thank you.
So, what is the need for us to, be able to develop a sound communication skills to first make our audience understand us and then to succeed in business?
So, first of all, I'd like to say that communication is a lifeline of every relationship. We are communicating every day with our family, so that's family communication between spouse, children, and society. You're communicating. In the world of business, you're communicating with your stakeholders, your clients, and your customers. There's constant communication. And so when we realize that it's like the life wire of every relationship, then this now shows us that it is very important because when you can properly articulate your words, you can convey them, your words, your emotions, your ideas, and you can convey them in a clear and concise manner. Then people are able to believe you, trust you, see you as a person of value, and then they want to do business with you because they believe you're a team player. Everybody wants a team player in their corner. So you're loved at home, you are appreciated in the world of business. They want to transact with you because you're able to communicate, you're seen as a person of integrity, person of character, a person who is transparent. And that's the person everybody wants to do business with. So it makes you a successful person all round because it projects you as a person of value, integrity, a person who says what it is they mean and means what they say.
Interesting. Now, how do you, during a presentation, how do you engage with the audience and keep them interested in what you're saying?
Great. There are many ways to do, but I'll share a few of them. The first thing is understand that it is about the audience more than you.
What you have to say?
Yes, it is first about the audience. So the first thing I will emphasize here is understanding your audience. If you know me, then you know how to connect with me in the best of ways. So first of all, who is my audience? Can you tell me what's their age range? What's their religious affiliation? What are their cultural biases? What are their professional education qualification? Because what is even the age range? Because how you communicate to children, even how you communicate to adults, absolutely different. How you communicate to professors in academia, somehow how you communicate to market women, but you're communicating all around that you have a message you want to transmit to each of these audiences. So when you know who you're communicating to, you know the language to use, you know the terminologies to be able to describe, but even the channels to use to drive home your message. Your illustrations are more appropriate. Even the language. Do you use English? Would a local language vernacular be better to reach this? Because the idea is to send your message across and they understand you enough to give you the desired feedback. So if your message is lost in the process, you have not communicated. You wasted resources, wasted energy, wasted time, and maybe even frustrated your audience because they are wondering what is going on here. So if we want to achieve it, so then we might as well start from the very beginning. So who's my audience? And then that helps me know, like I said, the right illustrations. Do I need visual? If you're dealing with kids, visual aids. Even for adults, you might need graphs, you might need charts, you might need pictures to just help you convey this message properly. So an understanding of your audience is critical, and then that now drives your methods, your channels, your language, and even understanding the essence of the communication.
Still trying to convey your messages. Does body language or maybe your tone of voice, does it play any role?
Oh, it plays a large role. Let's start from body language. What is body language, for example? It starts with even your eyes, eye contact, like they say now. So usually it's like, okay, don't stare at one person. So what you do tactically is you shift your gaze
From
strategically.
person to person.
Yeah. So it makes everyone feel seen, feel heard, and feel understood. Now, your gestures are part of body language. You don't throw your hands up and down, no, 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 no. But you use your hands to probably describe or lay emphasis on certain points. Now, for example, I come with a smile. It tells you, oh, this person looks warm. I can talk to her. She's approachable. But you come looking very stern, and the audience feeds off your energy. This is still speaking to body language, how it affects communication, right? Now, how about tone? So your tone should speak to the message you're trying to convey and the environment, the atmosphere. If it's a funeral, you naturally be sober and
Sober.
calm. Yes. If it's a party, let's go there. You get it. Now, also, is it a formal community? Am I speaking to my superior? Who am I speaking to? So your tone will also reflect that. Am I speaking to my peers? So you see, so even your tone speaks to your tone will vary based on who you're speaking to and the situation, right? And the thing about your tone also, it's also that it will be very boring if you use one tone throughout a conversation. So that you want to emphasize something, you go, so let's go there. That's excitement, ginger. So you
Yeah.
need to vary your tone at different times to keep your audience glued to you. So there are ways that your body language and your tone impact on your message delivery.
Still on the audience. You said it was about them in the first place.
Absolutely.
So how
Absolutely.
do you ever employ like charm, appeal, logic to reach to your audience?
Absolutely. Like you already said, it's still about the audience. So who am I speaking to? There's some audiences that you have to, for example, yes, talking
Considering the
about
different situations.
yes, absolutely. So for example, but knowing that the crux of it all is connection to the audience. So for some audience might be a story that tries to show some form of connectedness. If I can situate myself in what you're saying to me, most likely I'll listen to you. If I can see how what you're saying, so you need to trigger my interest in what you're saying. And how do you do that? Maybe a story, start with a story. You could use, for logic, for example, you could use data, statistics. If you tell me, for example, we have a high prevalence of malaria in Nigeria. It's high. What does that mean? You tell me in 2024, we had 5 children die every month from malaria. But now in 2025, guess what? We have 50 children dying every month. That's it creates an
Alarming.
alarm. Yes. So parents are wondering, what do we do? You know, the medical people are wondering, how do we? It just triggers that connection. So data, statistics, right? And then also, if you're speaking to a highly academic audience, be able to establish credibility. What is your source? Where did you get this information from? I'm quoting from XYZ publication. I'm quoting from this speaker. So it gives credibility to your conversation. Then otherwise, like I said, storytelling, use find shared experiences to draw them into what you humor also helps a lot. Yes. So it helps the audience relax and then you start your presentation.
We don't have a lot of time, and yet I have a lot to ask you. Now, do you like how do you handle difficult client and difficult audiences with maybe difficult questions and criticisms while on the job?
So first of all, let's start from the beginning. I'll say first of all, prepare very well with your audience in mind. Because if you do a good job in preparation, you'd have reduced most likely the number of questions you're going to get and the feedback. Now, so you've done a fantastic job. And then it's time for feedback, question and answer. I want to say this when people give you feedback, usually it's a blend of two or three things. They're either seeking clarification or they want to, there's a point of disagreement, or they want you to throw
More light.
more light on something. So if you have, so the first thing is to be open, expect it. Because if you spoke it, they understand or don't know. They need to clarify. And that's the aim of the communication, to drive home a message. If they're not clear, then let them ask you. Now, what you cannot control is how they come at you. We are all different. People, our persona comes in what we do and what we say. So sometimes person might be saying something to you and a lot of energy. Maybe they're upset about something, a lot of energy outbursts. But you can control yourself. So be calm about it and listen. Everyone wants empathy. So at the point they are giving you feedback, first of all, listen. So dissect, separate the emotion from what they are saying. What exactly are they driving at? It's a clarification note when they are done. Thank you for that feedback. Now, can I clarify? Can I throw more light on this? Right? Because sometimes it's just a simple, but the emotions are so beclouded. The actual issue that is the problem. So you have to be in charge of yourself. Now, when you can respond after they have spoken, respond. Where you cannot, can I go back and get more clarification on this? Don't be under pressure to prove any points. Because what people want is for you to be real and authentic. It's about connection.
Time is no longer on our side. But before I let you go, as a word of advice to the general public, what is the need? Why they should develop effective skills for communication?
The world is interconnected and we need people to survive. And humans thrive on communication. So one way to build better relationships is to improve on your communication skills. I said earlier, when you are able to articulate and clearly put forward your thoughts, your ideas, and even your feelings, you're deemed to be a person of value, a team player, and everyone wants that kind of person on their team. So it helps, it's a life skill that leads you on the pathway to success.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And I hope to
much.
see you again soon.
I'm all yours.
We're speaking with Barrister Mibaka Yanabo. She's a communications expert, and I personally learned a whole lot from that conversation with her. There's a whole lot more coming up after the break.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
With the peace and blessings of Allah be upon each and every one of us. It's another fantastic Friday evening, and you're welcome to NTA Channel 5 Abuja.
First of all, you train yourself, you educate yourself, then you educate your family, and then the community at large.
Fundamentals of Islam Live, showing 7:30 p.m. every Friday on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. Join us.
Welcome back. It is so good to know that you're still tuned to the program. Well, you do know that education is a very important part of the Sustainable Development Goals initiative. So yes, up next, I'm going to have a very insightful education with one of the ambassadors of the SDGs here in Nigeria. Let's welcome my guest, Mr. Timothy Nwachukwu. Good morning to you.
Good morning, and it's a pleasure being on Nigeria's largest television network.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. Now, what do you think that education plays? What role do you think that education plays in achieving these SDGs?
Oh, definitely. Education is the bedrock towards the actualization of the Sustainable Development Goals. You know, in 2015, heads of states across the globe gathered in New York at the UN General Assembly and proposed a 17 interconnected goals through which they aim to make the world a better place. So the goal 1 is no poverty, goal 2 is end hunger, goal 3 is good health and well-being. Then we now have the very important goal 4, which is access to quality education. Now you see, there is no way you'll be able to fight poverty and hunger when the people, or even enjoy a good health when people are not literate. So you see that education plays a very vital role towards the actualization of the Sustainable Development Goal. For you to be able to understand what the SDG is all about, that's education, the role of education to sensitize you. So education is very key, because if we must be able to do things rightly in all aspects, for example, through the government policies. If the government must be able to fashion policies that is going to reduce poverty, create jobs. I mean, you see that education plays critical role, not just formal education, including informal education. So basically, education is the bedrock for the actualization of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So there is no way the global community will be able to actualize the 17 interconnected goals, the global goals, without emphasis on education. That is why GoFol is very pivotal. It's called access to inclusive education. So the goal aims that by 2030, all nations of the world should be able to have created an opportunity for all citizens, including children, including women and girls, to be able to access quality education. And you know the challenges we are having in Nigeria, out of school children increasing in the numbers day by day. You know we are faced with the challenge of insecurity that have thrown so many young people out of school. So these are some of the challenges we are facing. But hopefully, through the collaboration of the government and the private sector, we're very optimistic, and the CSO as well. We're very optimistic that as all hands are on deck, Nigeria is still racing towards the actualization of this goal by 2030. But definitely, education, the importance of education cannot be overemphasized.
It's the bedrock at
It
the
is the
center of
bedrock,
it
yes.
all.
It is the bedrock.
Now, you are also an educationist. What is your philosophy towards teaching? What is your teaching philosophy, and how do you work to ensure that this aligns with global goals?
Well, my philosophy as a person is to approach every task as if that is the only task that is remaining for me. Now, some persons have this nonchalant attitude that when they're asked to carry out a task, they'll put their personal interest. What do you intend to gain first? If I'm not getting anything, there's no point giving my best. And sometimes without supervision, they don't get to do things right. So my personal philosophy is to give my best, do things right, especially when it comes to educating the younger generations. Because the policies of the government, the policies of whatever we are doing, all boils down to securing a better, prosperous future for our children and generation unborn. So as a person and as a nation, as an individual, as a corporate organization, we all have role to play. It's not just boiled down to individual. Every one of us, even you. You all have a
Absolutely.
role
And that's exactly
to
what we're
play.
doing right here,
Yeah.
sensitizing on Good Morning Abuja. Now, I know that education essentially seeks to refine an individual, make them more productive to society. Now, what do you think is important, and how do we go about it? How do we inculcate the techniques of thinking critically in our students, show them how to be problem-solving generation and all that?
I'm going to give you a start with a practical example. I was in a school in Jabi. I'm not going to mention the name because they've not paid me to
Then
do
it
this.
is commercial.
So yeah, so I was in a school in Jabi. So it was during their playtime. They were playing volleyball. And then one of the students tried to serve the ball and she couldn't get it right. And other students were trying to make jest of her. Here's what I told them: teach her, she will learn. By that, I restored her confidence. That act alone, dejecting the laughing by co-student, is enough to dampen her spirit. But I was like, teach her, she's going to learn. Show her, she's going to learn. And then everyone came together to assist her, and she picked up and she learned. You now see the place of education. Education simply means the continuous discovery of your ignorance. So as long as there is room for growth, as long as you continue to get to know new things that you never knew that existed before, that is education. And then for our children at school, we all have a role to play in building self-confidence, self-esteem in them. I'll tell you the truth, that most of the times, some teachers could be like, you're not good, you can't make it. It's very wrong ideology. At the formative stage, what you need to show to them is the I can spirit, the I can attitude, for them to understand that once they build this self-confidence, even if they're coming from a home where they've been told that they can't do well, but to instill this self-confidence in them, they will be able to surmount every challenge that is before them. And I tell you, Nigerian kids, Nigerian children are very brilliant.
One of the smartest in the world.
Not one of the smartest kids. And it's proven, even the Emafido family in the United Kingdom, they are the smartest family on earth. And they are Nigerians from Edo State here. So Nigerian kids are brilliant, they're smart. However, there is a place of instilling and imbuing self-confidence in them. Without this, you will discover that the child will not be able to attain his or her potential. So I want to use this medium to even appeal to teachers. If you teach a child and it seems that he's a slow learner, he doesn't understand, or you teach him do the right thing and he or she is doing the left thing, you don't give up on that child. You see that child as your child. You keep giving your best. You keep encouraging that child. And then before you know it, the child becomes the best. You remember the story of Ben Carson,
Yes.
the neurosurgeon, whom the teacher wrote to the mother and advised the mother to withdraw him from school because as a blockhead that he's not going to make it. And then when the mother read the letter, Ben said, "Mom, what's the content of the letter?" And the mother said, "Your teacher said you are the brightest student in the class, that you will do extremely well." Whereas that was not what was in the letter. And you know that through the assistance of the mother, he rose up to become the first and the best black neurosurgeon in the United States of America, working in Johns Hopkins Hospital. So there is a place for a role for educators to instill the I can do spirit, the motivation, or you can call it the Nigerian spirit.
Okay, I
in
like
our
that
children.
one there. I like the sound of that. Now, the world is tending towards, I don't know about the world, but I think that as Africans and Nigerians, we should be tending towards development communication. I mean, we're interested in solving crime, cyber crimes, we're interested in climate change and a whole lot of other global goals. How would you assess how we pass this information down to our students? What can we do better?
A whole lot we could do better, just like what we're doing now. The place of sensitization is very key. I mean, every teacher there should be a trainers program where teachers should be able to come together and learn. The government is doing its best. This civil society organizations and the NGOs are there. But above all, the teachers have a responsibility to use their mobile phone, go online, find out what is happening in the globe, and then read, understand, and see how to pass this message across to your students. I will give you a practical example. For example, you know that climate change is one of the threats to our world today. The ozone layer has been perforated. Now in Nigeria and across the world, you will not be able to say that this is rainy season or dry season. But then we have what the kids can do in their school. Tree planting. We can begin to teach them how to plant trees. We can begin to teach them how to use reusable plastic products that are not just plastic, things that they don't just dump in the environment. So the place of sensitization is key. I'm using this opportunity to appeal to all. Don't just say government. It's not the role of the government alone. It is a synergy. The government, the private sector, the media houses, the CSO, the NGOs, we must come together to build a better world for ourselves and our kids.
There's a whole lot, but time is not on our side. But before I let you go, how do we begin to inculcate the spirit of, to let our children know that they should think global, let them become global citizens, reach out to the world out there, especially with an emphasis to world peace, human rights issues?
Interestingly, some private schools, but I've not taken time to look at secondary school. I think some of the curriculum, civic education is beginning. The curriculum has been reviewed to include all this. I think the government are doing their best to. But however, the bulk lies on the teacher. As a teacher, you must be able to produce the student that you'll be proud of in the next 10, 15 years.
And that
so don't just rely on the curriculum you have. There's room for improvement. As I said earlier, that education simply means a continuous discovery of your ignorance. What you don't know, there are better ways to do it. So you make it a point of duty to research, seek for more information, and translate or pass that information to your students. And I believe with this, together we all will make Nigeria and our world a better place.
Thank you so much for coming, Ambassador Nwachukwu. You've been most insightful. And I hope we can do this again soon.
Thank you. It's an honor to be on Africa's largest television.
All right, thank you. We'll put that one in a frame. Thank you very much. Well, there you have it. I mean, the world has gone beyond just A's, ABCs, and 1, 2, 3s in the classrooms. Today, we now tend towards inculcating development education in our children. Take it up from there wherever you are. Here from the NTA Abuja family, we are playing our role. Stay with us. Good morning, Abuja will continue very shortly.
Welcome you on today's ride on the show Good Morning Abuja.
This is Window on Abuja.
We have everything it takes to compete with any nation all across the world.
How do we make it? We are not ready to produce.
We've been contributing to the development of your kingdom.
They know my story.
Hello and welcome to Young Hearts.
Our focus today will be on hepatitis B.
Ladylike.
This is Entertainment Gist.
In the 14th century, 15th, 16th century, and even 17th.
That is for zakah to cure our greed.
The purpose why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decided to create humanity.
The Bible talks about a man called Apollos. This is NTA Abuja Channel 5.
See you same time.
And have a great and blessed week ahead.
All right, welcome back. It is still Good Morning Abuja. While it is no longer news that the Nigerian fashion industry has gone global, making giant strides around the world. So up next, we will take a look at, the emerging Nigerian fashion trends, and we're just generally going to explore the Nigerian fashion industry. Helping me to do that, I have Halimat Temitope Awosonya, also known as Temi. She's the CEO founder, Harley Top Fashion House, where they are very interested in luxury and, of course, sustainable fashion. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, ma'am. Thank you for having me here.
It's so good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. It's a privilege to be here.
So let's look at the yesteryears and what we are seeing now. How do you think we have fared in the Nigerian fashion industry?
Okay, Nigerian fashion industry is no longer what it used to be. Before now, looking back now, a lot of Nigerian fashion brands are not so comfortable making use of Ashoke. They could not do much with Ashoke. Ashoke is being, should I say, we minimize the use of it. We only make use of it as a tie, caps. We think outside the box, but we ensure how the world is going to receive it. So yeah, we're no longer where
we used to be. Definitely. Yeah. What do you think globalization has impacted on what we do with the Nigerian fashion these days?
Sure, it has. Yeah, before now, we do much more than Iro, Buba. We do so much more right now. We've infused the global brand and fashion into our own local fashion. Look, for example, now we make use of. Lately, I've seen buba, our regular buba that we use with wrapper. Now you see them infuse it into the global brand, and they're making use of it. They're calling it it's kimono. It has always been kimono, but now they play around buba. They do a lot with buba. You can see people wearing buba with skirts. It's globalization and trousers, yes. And globalization has greatly influenced our fashion brand and our orientation.
Now, do you think, I know there's still the problem of piracy, and the Nigerian fashion industry face one or two challenges. How do you think people, because today, for example, you see this design and from this design house, and then the next day it's all over the world from different other designers. How do you think this should be handled? Privacy, piracy?
Okay. There's a huge sensitization going on regarding that. Fast fashion is good. We all need money. Everybody needs money. Yeah, it's good. But at the same time, we all, like I said, fashion has always been before we are here. But the way you do it really matters. It's okay. Somebody has been, like what I'm wearing now, is been on the fashion has been is been in existence before now. But what you do now with it matters. It's okay to, as an artist, you should be able to input your own idea into whatever you're doing. Ira and Boba is way before I was born. They've been making it, they've been wearing it, but what you're able to do with it really matters. Like that book, Still Like an Artist. Okay, the idea somebody already what you're nursing, the idea you're nursing within you, somebody else too is kind of thinking of having the same idea on
because
how to
nothing is new under the sun.
Nothing is new, but if you're going to do the trend, if you're going to follow the trend, do it like an artist that you are. And that will as well help us. That will promote sustainability. That's what the sensitization is going on right now. Like it will help even our economy and our fashion industry. It's okay to but still like an artist.
It's okay to copy and paste.
No, don't copy and paste. Still like an artist. Don't copy.
Speaking of that, how do you stay original with what you do at Harley-Top?
Okay. Like I said, what we are doing.
What do you do to stand out from the crowd?
Okay. Like nothing new under the sun, like I said earlier. Okay, the fashion has been way before I was born. But what I do is when I got motivation from people, okay, and in my environment and things around me. And when I get motivated, I look at it. Okay, what can I do differently? Okay, what can I add? What is that mean? That I can add into that idea I have? Okay, sometimes it's to be you being you. It's easy, but not easy at the same time. Let me not say easy. It's not easy being you, okay? And as a fashion designer that stands out, a sustainable fashion designer, you're not going to serve everybody. Just have it at the back of your mind. Everybody are not going to be your customer. Everybody are not going to be your clients. But be you with confidence. Be you. Be ready to stand out in the crowd. Like I put a touch of me on everything I do. Yes. I put me in every stitch. On every stage. So just be you and be with confidence.
Interesting. I know that as a designer, you're a creative person and you constantly want to fuel your creativity. Now, where do you go to find your creative self? What do you do to bring out that creativity in you? Like, for instance, how do you know what to make for client A and what to make for client B?
We all are wired differently. Like I said, you can't serve everybody. What your fashion is different from mine, and what I wear that will fit well might not fit well on another person. You have to understand your clients, what your clients want, and what will sit well on your clients. We have different figures, different type of figures. Everybody can be
the same shape.
Yeah, we have different type of shape. You have to understand your client shape and your client preference. That will help you stay on top of your game.
Creatively. Nice. Okay, now, if someone wanted to delve into the fashion industry in Nigeria, what are some of the common factors that they should consider and have at the back of their mind?
Okay. I must tell you the truth. It is easy running a fashion business in Nigeria.
It is easy.
It's not easy.
Okay,
I just want to say
not. Okay.
I'm just trying. It is not.
It is not easy.
But
wow,
I'm not trying to discourage anybody.
I thought fashion was all fun.
Fashion goes beyond scissors, tape-rule, needle, and thread. It goes beyond that. But you should be ready to weather the storm. Stay on top of your game, no matter what. Your passion, and stay focused. And also be open to learning new things. Fashion is evolving.
It's evolving.
Yes, new fashion, new trend every day. New idea every day. Like years back, corset isn't trending.
Yes.
But now look at everybody is corsetting. And sure, few years down the line, might not hear of corset again, might not hear about anything about it. Just be willing and be ready, be open to learning new trick about fashion. Like I said, it's a very big journey and a very big decision. Just be willing and be ready to weather the storm, no matter what.
How do you stay updated with current trends, global trends, and still stay original?
Okay, yeah. One thing I've learned to do is social media is your best friend.
Okay.
But learn to use it wisely. Yeah, learn to use it wisely. Social media should be your best friend. That is one. And two, just like most times I enroll and I register for so much for online courses, training and webinars. You know, to stay up to date. Yeah.
And finally, before we go, what future would you predict for the Nigerian fashion industry maybe in the next 5-10 years?
In the next, I would say we are there already. Nigeria fashion has gone global, and we ain't stopping anytime soon. Okay, the likes of Lisa Afolawiyo, they've done a great job putting us on the global map, and also Deola, and they ain't stopping now. And the likes of new fashion brands, Vicky, she's doing a great job, and we ain't stopping anytime soon. So they should watch out. Yeah, they've heard about fashion, Nigerian fashion brand, and they should look out for much more to come.
We're here and we're not going nowhere.
Nowhere.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Whether you have it, Nigerian fashion has come to stay. We have made that bold statement about who we are with our fashion, and there is still a lot more to come. The world is yet to see the last of us creative fashion in Nigeria. Well, there you have it. I've been speaking with the CEO, Harley Top, a fashion brand interested in indigenous and sustainable fashion brands. Stay with us. The show is not over yet. We'll take another short break and be right back.
Eyes for Allah, nothing but Allah. Ba is the beginning of Bismillah. Ta is for taqwa, bewaring of Allah. And Tha is for thawab, a reward. Ja is for Jannah, the garden of
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to your weekly guide, Light of Islam. I am Aisha Ahmed.
As Muslims, we know that in Islam, time is a very good and important commodity that we have.
Believe in the angels of God as one of the 6 articles of faith.
Dharma is the main form rows, and how the rows are made is such that the Imam stands in front and then right behind him.
Assalamu alaikum, this is Light of Islam. Keep watching Light of Islam, NTA channel.
That is for zakah, to cure our greed, when we give our money to those in need.
Alright, welcome back, and I hope you're enjoying yourself on the show this morning. Up next is our comedy skit, Compound Matter. By the way, laughter is medicine. Relax and enjoy this comedy skit.
To anti-grace, let that tissue, because you need to learn before you resume school. You know the kind of your mama carry you to say, who's going to teach now anything.
Grace. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Let's carry commerce this afternoon.
Grace, you see this my girl now, Ejiro, you know, say she just come from village.
Yes.
I don't know the kind of school where they teach them for this. Nothing. Come on, she knows Sabi.
I should be like this.
I dey tell you, she don't know anything. You know, say their standard there, they very high. So I will let me you teach her so that she could catch up. Make she meet up with her mates.
No problem, but you will pay me money.
I know say na money, everything na money.
Yes, so you know say na nothing dey free and house less dey more expensive.
I know, but you no go be me. If you be me, I increase. If you be me, I increase my house rent.
Landlord, you are house rent.
Nah, true.
Well, man just manage 30,000.
How much you talk?
30,000.
See, Auntie Grace, that money I know if you pay, and 10,000 I go pay.
Ejiro, AG baby. It's really think like this, trouble with assignment, homework. Why they struggle with like this? B plus B You know say be the answer. You don't know. I must see your teacher first example. A plus A, 2A. How now? Where you consign number and alphabet? Right here, B plus B now BB.
Not true, not true.
They want me. You know how many children website I don't teach? You know be saying that money matter what's in this compound, but now I don't get my own places. C plus C, Pullman method, CC, something like that. This is everywhere they get. AA blood genotype. They do an A2 or A square. They wine.
And I'm not saying no.
This last one, 3 plus 5. 35.
Yeah, not true.
Right hand there. Don't finish, man. I swear. See, this thing like this, 100 over 100. Go show your teacher say we smart passer. Landlord.
Well done.
Yeah, they fine, sir.
Well done.
Landlord. See, you are the teacher.
Teacher Pangolo.
And now this is smart.
I hear everything where the teacher now.
See, you are the smart man. I just chip in the answer.
You smart.
Just give her the answer.
So you smart like this?
Yes, true.
Eh?
They know they call me sharp for no reason. See, my brain is too fast.
Maybe they call you sharp true. They sharp things.
Well,
sharpy things. So all the things where Auntie J they teach my daughter na nonsense. Now your own now it makes sense. Eh?
No,
eh? Teacher Pagolo. You get mad they call they teach my daughter nonsense. Eh?
See this thing now that is almost there now.
Say B plus B na BB.
Na BB now.
No, they talk idiot. Say be sharp. Sharp brain. Don't brain like you know. Who give you this name sharp? I say they give us the name they follow her.
But
you get mad they tell her say B plus B na BB.
Na BB now. What you want to do? B plus B they add this thing on top again.
BB.
This thing where beside yourself, I have to collect money from me. Say, still an assignment.
See if I catch you near my daughter again, say they call teacher nonsense, eh? And you they listen to her. Then they teach you what you go take fail. Teacher teach you, you live and they follow you on. This is why we say don't get any work for the company. You don't have to keep people for the shop. Not you. If anything miss for this company, na demo. I don't want to see you close to this man. This young boy, so no near her.
He correct. Yeah, your father.
He correct with it. I blame you. Not be the useless school where you go for village. The teacher na nonsense finish. You call her. I want amend the brain where they don't spoil for you. You come walk out like this one, make you come spoil am more. This one wey no get brain. Say they call her sharp. Because they call her sharp. Na by name.
I don't see.
Yeah, they call her sharp. Yeah, they sharp for stealing to thief fowl. That's the only thing. Yeah, it's sharp for. Go.
Wait now, I want you to say my even the teacher
daughter
assignment self.
Nonsense.
Or that is money I give Auntie Grace. Come give me make her.
Oh dear, that. When more, ma see you near my daughter again.
Alright, where are my movie lovers? Gather round. It is time to bring you the movie thriller for the week. From the Nigerian movie industry, we've got Love of a Mother and the animated Bad Guys 2. Take a look and make up your mind.
The whole sufferings, everything we went through together. After praying and fasting for your father to make so much money, he threw me out and I'm living in penury.
You cannot chase my mother away and bring an ugly thing that you want to marry. I don't want to have ugly siblings.
There is no way I will allow a careless drunk to bring up my daughter. It's not possible.
Are you a drunk? God forbid. Mua. Where's my money? My share?
Don't get your hands off me right now. Make sure your teeth is on the ground. Huh?
You want to get married to somebody else after putting me in this condition?
Go and tell Emeka I am here with his wife.
Leave him now, carry him.
We cannot move.
Carry your flat nyash and get out of here.
You might be right, but you're not correct. Now you go back there and apologize to her immediately.
I thought you said you are done with her mother. Why didn't you rent an apartment for them to live together?
Hey, how can I get you pregnant without even touching you?
Stop lying!
Bring one goat, 200,000. I will not come down.
Go out, open that door. If I come in there, you will see the other side of me.
So you have said that you want to talk about my mother. Then I'll let you enter inside the house.
You will not try to treat me like this. I mean this bad in my husband's house.
You will never marry my father.
As for your daughter, I will teach her a lesson she will never forget in a hurry. I said it. Where is my child? Where is Mimi?
Where is my daughter? You lied to me!
I don't want money again!
No, die, not here. My friend, leave my room.
I'm not going anywhere.
Leave my room.
Kill me if you want to kill me.
Leave my room.
You did not need a permission from your daughter to get married to a woman you love.
You think another woman can love her the way her biological mother would love her?
I told you.
Yes.
So that's
of course.
My profession. This is what I do for you.
Showtime.
When it came to being bad, we were pretty good. Who am I kidding? We were the best.
Showtime.
Oh, baby!
It's the bad guys!
Watch this.
I am never driving another car ever again!
Things sure have changed. Not everyone believes it, but the bad guys went good.
I'm keeping my eye on you, guys.
What was that? I panicked, okay? I'm a panicker.
It hasn't been easy with a reputation like ours.
Now you want to work at a bank.
Why not? Some of my best memories are at banks.
You robbed us 3 times. That was this bank?
The name's Katie. We're students of your work.
Big crime nerds.
So you're like the bad girls.
And you're like a mango with teeth.
What? Is that what I look like?
Oh, she is spicy. I like it. Insult me next.
So you're a tough guy.
You need a job, and I need some extra hands. Professionals.
Maybe you don't keep up with the news, but we're good now.
I'm not exactly asking.
So are we bad again?
We just gotta do this one last job. All right, Mr. Master of Disguise, do your thing.
I promise to play you respectfully.
Where's my flowers? Prego, cappuccino.
You're a grumpy little snaky wakey.
Is she your hostage?
No, she's my girlfriend.
All right, welcome back from that movie trailer there. And I think I'm going to be watching the animated one because I love to just sit with children and enjoy a good movie. And that sounds like a good one. All right, up next, we'll bring you the weather forecast. All right, the weather report there wraps it up for today on Good Morning Abuja. Well, I had an exciting time. I hate to go, but I must go. But not to worry, next week we'll be here again to serenade you and bring you a healthy dose of education, information, and of course, entertainment and motivation on the show. Keep a date with us. For now, have yourselves a fantastic weekend. It'll be safe to take a small umbrella with you when you go out this weekend. See you again next week. God bless you. My name is Neka Ibri. Bye for now.